Hey guys, what's going on? You are now tuning into Life with Sadie Andre, and I'm your host, the one and only Prince, Ignity from New York City. And we are back up on this scene with the gangster lean. Ooh, welcome, 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 beautiful people. But now, before we get into the Kool-Aid and Ciroc, I of course want to show my gratitude to everyone who's been rocking with me from day one. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. You know, I'm so happy that I've gotten this far. I never thought I would have. There were days when, I was contemplating like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and that's why I'm doing it. So thank you guys again so much, and let's get into the juicy Kool-Aid and Ciroc. I hope you guys got your snacks and everything you like because this is going to be another good episode. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about communication. Now, first of all, let me start off by saying this. I know there's different opinions on communicating, and everybody is entitled to how they feel and what they believe in. I'm not knocking them for that. But I feel like certain opinions are just ridiculous. Like, that's just how I feel about it. So, and how people communicate and how they operate with it is one of them. And we're going to talk about it. Now, personally, I feel like communication should be like a two-way thing. Like, it should be 50-50 all the time. Like, you're putting as much effort as the person you're talking to, relationship wise or not. And unfortunately, people have this mindset to where they feel like they're not obligated to text you, they're not obligated to call you, they're not obligated to do anything. And I mean, like I said, it's okay to, feel that way. That's your opinion, but at the same time, you're not gonna really have a lot of friends, or you're not gonna meet anyone if you have that type of mindset. Like, how is it that you can walk around and say, oh, you don't pay my bills, you don't do this, you don't do that, so I'm not obligated to text you or talk to you. Mind you, you are the same person that's trying to form a relationship with this person, or you're trying to build a really good friendship, but you say something like that. Like, I think that's crazy, and it's ridiculous to me. So, why would you even sit there and say that if that's how your mindset is? Like, no, you can exit out my life because I don't have time. And one thing I can say about Taurus, shout out to the Taurus team, we don't tolerate that. Once you guys start acting up, we fall back. We don't have time. If that's how you are, that's how you moving, we good. Well, I don't know about all Taurus, but the Taurus I've come across, along with myself, we don't play that. Like, we confront you, we call you out on your BS, and if you continue to act the same, we get the stepping. We kick you to the curb, and that's it. But one thing about me is, if we're trying to form a relationship or whatever, and you start doing some BS and I'll call you out about on it, and you just, act like how I feel doesn't even matter, that's it. And once I'm over you, that's it. I'll never like you again. But that's another story. So, based on everyone who knows me, can confirm that I'm a horrible texter. Like, I am a horrible, horrible texter. Like, guys, I have over 1,200 unread text messages, and that's just text messages. That's not Instagram, that's not Twitter, that's nothing else. That's just text messages. And now you may ask, wow, why do you have so many unread text messages? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, personally, I don't like texting, guys. I don't. I'm not a texter. I'm more of a person who likes to be on the phone. Let's talk on the phone. Let's FaceTime. But unfortunately, a lot of people just prefer to text, and I'm just not one of those people. I love to be on the phone. I love to FaceTime. Like, I don't know. That's just me. And the reason why I don't like texting is because a lot of stuff that I say is misunderstood, and people take what I say the wrong way, and it, starts arguments and stuff like that. And I just, mm-mm. And, granted, it happens with everyone because you don't know how someone's saying it through a text message. So that's why I'd rather talk on the phone so you know where I'm coming from and you can hear it in my voice. You know what I'm saying? Versus a text message. Like, I could be cursing you out, but you thinking I'm playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't know because, we're texting. Now, granted, some people can tell when they're going off or whatever, but not all the time. Especially to the people who are maybe more sensitive and stuff. You just never know. But one thing about me is if we're trying to form something, or even if it's just a strong friendship, I will definitely make that effort to text you more. Like, okay, for instance, if I'm talking to someone and of course they prefer to text, I prefer to talk on the phone, and we're trying to form a relationship eventually, and he wants me to start texting him more. Okay, that's cool. That's something I can work on. But I'm going to let him know I am a horrible texter. I'm more of a person that likes to be on the phone. But I do expect him to start calling me more. Like, let's talk on the phone more, because that's something I like. And a lot of times that's where the communication just starts drifting, because if I'm texting you more and you're not making that effort to call me or talk on the phone with me more, that's when I'm going to have a real problem, because I'm putting in all this effort to text you more, even though I don't like texting, but this is something that you like. I'm trying to progress something in the future with me and you. So why is it that I have to text you more, but you can't talk on the phone with me more? You know what I'm saying? That's not right. That's not okay. And that's when I start to just drift away, because of the fact that we're not on the same page. You want me to text you and all this, but you can't talk on the phone with me? No. I can understand if, you need time to get yourself together or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I get that, but what you're not going to do is make me put all the effort in to texting you, and you're not going to put effort into talking on the phone with me. That's just not how it works. So I've always had bad experiences with that, and it causes us to not speak anymore. And honestly, I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, I always can say I did try. I did try to text you more. But people be so stuck in their ways that it just doesn't work out. And I always thought that I was the problem, but now that I thought about it, it's like, no, it's not me. Communication should be a 50-50 thing. Now, the only way I feel like someone should communicate way more than the other is if they're going through something. Like if your boyfriend or girlfriend lost a family member that they were really close with, and they're going through it, and you're texting them, you're calling them, they're not really responding. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get that. They're going through something. Now they're going to need you more than ever. So I do think that on that type of level, yes, someone has to put more effort into communicating than the other, because they're going through it. They need their significant other. But that's just how I personally feel about it. And the thing is that, people still think to this day that no matter what you're going through, it should still be a 50-50 streak. And it's not like that. On that level, at least, I don't feel like it's that way. When you're going through something, I feel like that's just how it's supposed to be. You know, I wouldn't expect my boyfriend to, you know, keep communicating with me and putting that same effort in when he just lost somebody close to him. No, like I would never expect that. But I would. He's gonna know that I care. He's gonna know that I'm here. And regardless of him not texting me back, not calling me, he's gonna see by my actions that I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But, unfortunately, people are just stuck in their ways. And I feel like you're never gonna find someone if you have that type of mindset. Because I think that's very ridiculous. But I am working on it, guys. I am working on texting, but it's just not me. It's really not. Like, I don't like to text to this day. Even my mom, guys, I don't like texting. She'll text me, I'll call her. Like, why are you texting me? Like, not why are you texting me, but like, you know I'm not the best texter. So let's talk on the phone. You need something, call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't text me. The only time I text really is when I'm at work because I clearly can't talk on the phone because I'm doing other stuff. And then I text back late because I'm working. You know what I'm saying? But overall, Zay likes to be on the phone. And anybody who knows me can confirm that. I love to FaceTime. I love to be on the phone. I can be on the phone with you day and night. Well, if I'm not working and doing other stuff, you know what I mean, guys. But texting, nope. I'm just not into that. I'm just never gonna be into that. I mean, maybe eventually I will, but as of right now, no. Now, I do think, this is just my opinion, I do think that communication has a lot to do with why friendships and relationships kind of don't work out. And I feel like for instance, like if we're texting, right? Okay. If we're texting, having a good conversation, all of a sudden you stop texting me, right? Okay. A couple of hours go by and then I see you posting all on social media. Now, granted, some people say they don't care, but I feel like they care. Because why is it that you're communicating with social media, but you're not communicating with me? And you supposedly like me and want to be with me, and all types of stuff like that. But then again, they'll hit you with oh, I'm not obligated to text you and all this other crap. Like, okay, why didn't you tell me that from the jump? Because I probably never would have talked to you if that's the type of mindset you have. And I've come to this conclusion that, people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. Whether they supposedly care about you or anything like that, they're going to do what they want to do. And some people are worth your tears and some people are not. You kind of just have to figure that out in the long run. Now, me, I would never want to put someone through that because I've been through it, but now I personally don't care because I'm quick to cut people off. Like, if you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. If you're busy, that's fine. But don't tell me you like me and all this other stuff and then you just stop responding, but you're having a good old time on social media. And then you text me back hours later, or not even that same day, you text me back the next day, but you were posting like 24/7 on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And then people want to get defensive and be like, oh, I was addicted to Twitter and I forgot to text you back, da da da. Like, I mean, it happens. I get it, but I feel like eventually I would have been like, wait a minute, he hasn't texted me back. What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have realized, like, oh, okay, wait a minute, what happened to my man? Like, he hasn't talked to me in a couple hours. Let me, see what's going on. Like, did he text me back? And then you realize, oh, you didn't text him back. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what else some people will do? They'll realize that they never text you back and just won't even talk to you anymore because they realized so late that they didn't text you back. And it's just like, for what? Why? Like, you would get way more respect if you had just said, hey, look, this is what's going on. I'm going to be busy. I'll talk to you when I can. Okay, cool. You communicated with me. But instead, you just stopped texting me and then you're living the vida loca on Instagram. No. Get out of here. Like, it's so sad that we live in a world where people think that they can just kind of do what they want to do and think that it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if you treat people like that, somebody's probably going to do you way worse when you actually find somebody that you really like and you want to actually end up dating. Because unfortunately, people tell you they like you, but you end up being a rebound, or they have so many other side pieces and you probably are just the main one. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It is a lot. But I feel like you shouldn't waste anybody's time with that. And I always say communication is very important. It really is. Because of the simple fact that communication can save your relationship. Communication can make you guys a lot stronger. Communication is key. It really is. And people, unfortunately, just want to do what they want to do. And then they communicate how they think they should communicate. And that's not okay. And people who have that type of mindset, I'm sorry, it's not going to work out. It's really not. And you could really end up losing someone who means a lot to you, or who is willing to give you the world and more, but you want to be stuck in your ways and have this mindset to where you don't have to communicate. And then when the same thing ends up happening to you, you wonder why that happened to you. Like playing victim in a way. But it's like, no, you did this to so many people. Now that you actually found someone that you really like and care for, karma is real. I'm telling y'all, karma is real. She don't play. And I feel like, okay, so like I try to look at it from other people's perspectives. Like the whole, like I mentioned before, people don't have to text back. Like, okay, you can do that. But like, why? Like, why do you feel that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll never understand why people think that they can think that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like I want to have my cake and eat it too, in a way. Like, if I want some, I'll hit you up. You know what I'm saying? But or I'll hit you up when I'm bored and no one else is texting me, because I'm pretty sure the same things that they're doing to people who actually like them, it's happening to them too. Like Michael could be ignoring, like Michael could like John, but John's ignoring Mike, and then John's trying to talk to Eddie and Eddie's ignoring him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a real cycle going on. And you could be the one to stop that. Because there's a lot of good people out here. But unfortunately, we keep getting, left for dead, really. And when I say left for dead, I mean played, in other words. but it's it's just not gonna work. You know, I I I can never stress that communication is very, very important in life, and you really it comes a long way. Like me, I can say I've improved on my communicating. I really, really have. And if I didn't, I don't know if I would have the wonderful people in my life. And, I still have my ways of not texting back and all that, but I'm getting better. I will say that I am getting better. Like, I'm getting better with texting, I'm getting better with all that. But, I'm still, stuck on this I like to talk on the phone thing. Because I just, guys, like I said, I don't want what something I say in a text message to be misinterpreted. And I don't want that to cause us to not speak anymore, I don't want any issues, I'm just a laid back type of person, that's just how I am. And if I could avoid that, I will, because that's just how I am. I just people like that who are stuck in their ways. I can't. I can't. Like, I leave them alone. Like, mm-mm. And then they go and wonder why they're not, meeting anyone and all that other stuff. It's because your communication is not fair in a way. Like, you can sit here and say my communication is not fair, but honestly, I think it is. Because I'll tell you right up front about me being a horrible texter, but I'm willing to change that if you like to text, but you don't like to be on the phone. But you just have to meet me halfway as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, then we're just not going to be speaking long. That's just how it is. And I'll never forget the day when someone told me like a story. Like, okay, so my friend was, well, someone I used to be cool with, used to talk to this girl, and mind you, everything was cool at first. They were always talking, texting, always with each other, blah blah blah. So one day, she didn't talk to him like all day. Mind you, I knew who she was, but I just didn't know her. Like, I knew her Instagram and stuff like that, but I didn't want to keep up with her because that's my friend's, like, girl, I don't care. And, me and him was talking, and I was just like, hey, did you talk to her today? And he was like, no, she hasn't texted me, she hasn't called me. I've called her, I've texted her a couple times, called her, she didn't answer. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then he was like, she's been posting on social media all day. And I was like, really? I said, okay, well, you need to confront her about that. Because from what you're telling me, you're not okay with that. And you need to put your foot down, because at the end of the day, no, we're not doing that. That's not happening. Like, we either are going to work this out, communicate, or we're just going to end it, Why are we wasting our time here? And come to find out, my friend happened to be the rebound, because she ended up getting back with her ex. So yeah, my friend was, well, we haven't spoken in a while, but yeah, he was hurt. This was what, high school? Yeah, I think this was high school. Like, he was hurt. Like, and I couldn't blame him, because that was messed up. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about communicating. I really don't. Like, why can't you just tell people you just want to be friends? Like, why make it seem like you like them and you want to be with them, and then you end up going back to your ex? Like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. And let me tell you guys something. Stuff like that can get you beat up, or even killed. And people don't take it serious. They don't until it ends up happening to them. I would never want to make someone feel like they're not important or make them feel like, I like them, I want to be with them, let's form something, and then my ex comes and I just forget about this person. No. Like, you just wasted their time. And some people, like I said, people take that to heart and want revenge. And then it's like, I don't want them to get revenge, but I can't blame them because you hurt them and you don't know what people are capable of. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure if you're honest with them and they just say, "Hey, look, I just got out of a relationship and I'm looking for someone kind of to just mess around with. We can be cool, but I don't want any. If we mess around, we just mess around. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying?" Some people are okay with that and they'll roll with it. But if you putting in their head like, "I've been single for this amount of time, I'm over my ex, you seem cool, I want to be with you, let's see like how things will work." And then if they feel the same way and then they're trying to progress with you and then you do some bogus mess like that, yeah, that's going to be hurtful because you wasted their valuable time. For what? Man, I'm telling you, like, I've come across so many people who think this way. And that's why I don't have a lot of friends. I really don't. Like, well, actually, honestly, I don't even really have friends. I either have, everyone is either family, we just cool, or you're an associate. Like, that's it. Like, friends, that's a stretch. Mm-mm. But everybody has their own definitions of communication, friendships, loyalty, love. The list goes on. But, bottom line, guys, bottom line. Communication is so important for a healthy relationship. Actually, not even just relationship. It's healthy for work, life in general, actually. If you do your best to always communicate to the other person, you will rid the opportunity for misunderstandings to arise. And misunderstandings often lead to quarrels. You know what I mean? Sometimes, a good conversation can completely change the dynamic of a relationship. And that's just true facts. And this is just for people who have bad communication skills. You can step it up. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But just, let it be known. And don't try to drag people in your dark place as far as the communication. Like, don't make it seem like you want to form something or you really like talking to them, and in reality, you really don't. And you do everything else but talk to the person you say you really like or love speaking to, because you just look crazy at the end of the day. And you know what? I really want to have a guest come on the show and we just talk about communication in more in detail. Like, I would love to know their opinions on it, because they may agree with everything I'm saying, they may disagree, but I would love to give another story from someone else, not just me. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like that would be something good for my show, because I plan on having guests, but I didn't plan on having a discussion about communication. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think I'm going to do that as well. I think that'll be good. Look at me trying to progress with my $700 weave. And that is where we will wrap things up. I love you guys so much. You guys are all beautiful. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Life with Zay DeAndre. Mwah.